Ever since I was a kid, I have always been intrigued in observing things around me. Sometimes, whenever I heard someone talking about a certain topic, I like to also give my own opinion, even though they might didn't ask for my opinion. But one thing that I always knew is that every single time I try to give my own opinion when my mom and dad are talking, my dad always told me that this is not kids' problem. Before I continue my story, let me introduce myself first. My name is Bintang Evelyn from SMA Negeri 3 Bogor, standing right here to deliver you my speech entitled, This is Our Time. Young generation plays crucial role on the nation's development. Now, long story short, I became a teenager. And there was a time when I realized that our family was going through a pretty rough problem. Until one day, it came as a surprise when my uncle talked to me about this problem. He did not just told me about the whole story and then tell me what I'm supposed to do or what I'm not supposed to do. Instead, he asked for my opinion and what do I think can be the solution of this problem. This is a different kind of approach than what my mom or dad has been doing to me. My uncle knew that eventually I will also become an adult and had to solve all of my problems by my own. One day, the problem that my mom and dad are facing at that time could also be the problem that I might face in the future. And I have no one to rely on but myself. Now, likewise, us as the young generation, Generation Z will sooner or later take over all of the millennials' role. According to Pew Research Center, generations are a lens through which to understand societal change, rather than just a label with which to oversimplify differences between groups. So in other words, we are the future representation of our own nation, and each of our actions starting from right now will determine our nation's future. Now let's take a look at young Indonesian heroes like Martha Christina Tiahahu, a 17-year-old girl who already had the audacity to accompany her father in leading the resistance against the Netherlands. Raden Ajeng Kartini as the women emancipation fighter. Bung Tomo with the spirit of patriotism that he had since he was young. Now, we might not be them, but one thing to keep in mind is that it is our responsibilities to continue their spirits. Let's just say that you think our nation's mitigation efforts on climate change is not enough. You cannot stand with all of the human rights violation issues in our own nation. You feel sad with all of the poverty problems that our nation had. Or maybe you think that up until this day, women's rights are still not protected. Then, do something about it. Raise your voice, take action individually and collectively because we have the right in a democracy. This is our own nation and this is our time. We no longer can rely on the past generations anymore. If someone said to you, this is not your time, wait until you're ready enough, ask them again. When? Because the fact is that all of us as humans with full of anxiety and fears will never be fully ready for anything. Now, here are some of the actual steps we all can take as the young generation to start gather momentum, put our feet down, and execute the mission that each of us had for our own nation. Number one is to dream. Ask yourself, what is the first thing that comes to my mind when I hear the word Indonesia? Or what kind of social issue that just really unsettle me but at the same time make me feel intrigued to solve it? You need to dream about the future that your generation and next generation will need. To really find and understand your dream, you will also need to do a lot of research by reading through digitally or maybe through books so that you could also improve your literacy skills. The second step is to know your nation. Yes. You know what powerful is? Knowing that our nation Indonesia is an archipelago consists of more than 700 languages with at least 300 ethnic groups and cultures. Isn't that just sound so powerful? Because all of this that our nation already had are powerful tools for us as the young generation to start build our future. Preserve our nation's culture. Start by support all of the local products because surprisingly, by supporting all of the local products, we could also help to increase our nation's currency value. So slowly but surely. And the third step, which is the last but not least important thing, is to start moving. Dream does not become a reality through magic. It takes sweat, determination, and hard work, Colin Powell once said. Tell your friends, family, community that you trust about your dream. Start by raising your voice. Take advantage of that social media. Create a program or project starting from your own region. Or maybe you could also build a non-profit organization in the future. Just start to do something. I'm going to tell you this, okay? This is my call, and this is also your call. Tick tock, tick tock. Unfortunately, the clock is ticking and the countdown has begun. So I'm telling you to just stop playing a waiting game and postpone our actions. I'm going to tell it to all of the young generations out there that this is our time. That is all from me, Bintang Evelyn, and I'm signing off till the next time. Thank you very much.